Rebel Wolves' brand new title, Dawnwalker, has just had a trailer released, and it looks fantastic. The trailer has made waves in the gaming community, so much so that it has caused a lot of discussion on social media regarding comparisons with Dawnwalker to the Witcher franchise. This so-called rivalry that's been made between Dawnwalker and The Witcher 4 is kind of being blown out of water, and today I'm going to be discussing that in this video, and hopefully I'll offer a perspective that surprises you. In the vast landscape of upcoming RPGs, Dawnwalker from Rebel Wolves and The Witcher 4 from CD Projekt Red are two games that have caught the attention of fans worldwide. But instead of focusing on what these games bring to the table, some are framing it as some sort of competition. So let's take a closer look and see why this rivalry is more of just a fan-created drama than a reality. And just a quick side note, if you are a fan of gaming videos, please be sure to consider subscribing, as it really does help support the channel. Almost at 1,000 subscribers now, so hopefully we can get there this month. But other than that, let's get on to the video. First off, let me just set the stage for the discussion today. We are talking about two highly anticipated games for the RPG genre, The Witcher 4 and Dawnwalker. Now, Dawnwalker is an intriguing project from a relatively new studio, Rebel Wolves. Now, this studio was founded by none other than Conrad, a veteran from CD Projekt Red, the acclaimed developers behind the Witcher series. After spending 17 years at CDPR, Conrad decided to venture out on his own, seeking to create games on a different scale with a more personal touch, leading to the birth of Rebel Wolves. Rebel Wolves isn't just a new name in the game industry, it's a studio built on the foundation of experience and passion. Conrad's team includes his brother, who served as the creative director of CDPR, alongside other talents like the design director, narrative director, and art director, all of which have contributed to the success of the Witcher series, Cyberpunk as well. Their first project, Dawnwalker, is set to be a dark fantasy RPG, a narrative sandbox that promises non-linear storytelling, set against the backdrop of a gothic 14th century fictional kingdom called Vale Sangora. This game draws deeply from Eastern European folklore, offering players a world filled with supernatural beings, political intrigue, and moral choices, all crafted with Unreal Engine 5. Now, on the other side of this so-called rivalry, we have The Witcher 4 from CDPR, the studio that has redefined what RPGs can be with their previous titles. After the monumental success of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, CDPR has decided to continue the saga. This time the story shifts from the beloved Geralt of Rivia to Ciri, which has upset a lot of so-called fans who've obviously never played The Witcher 3. CDPR announced this new chapter with a cinematic trailer at the Game Awards 2024, showcasing a world built once again with Unreal Engine 5, promising an experience that is both familiar yet fresh, aiming to be the most immersive and ambitious open-world Witcher game to date. Both games are set in richly detailed worlds, with Dawnwalker exploring the themes of survival, morality, and power through the eyes of Cohen, a protagonist battling silver poisoning and a vampire curse, while The Witcher 4 delves into what it truly means to become a Witcher through Ciri's journey. The settings are different, yet they do feel very similar. Both share the theme of dark fantasy adventure and complex narratives. It is this shared genre that has unfortunately led to some fans and commentators drawing lines of competition where there should be realistically none. But unfortunately, I don't think that was the deciding factor to make this whole thing a competition. Many people have been accusing The Witcher 4 for being so-called woke, a word that is thrown around a lot in society as a whole today. The term woke has been a buzzword in the recent years, often used to critically suggest that a piece of media is overtly politically correct or pandering to a certain audience. But what does that mean in the context of The Witcher 4? The controversy started with the reveal that Ciri would be the main character in The Witcher 4. Some fans and critics quickly labelled this decision as somehow woke, arguing that it was unnecessary change from the established male protagonist Geralt to a female lead. Now, I won't delve too much into this because it's not the point of the video, it's just a brief bit of context to why people are taking sides. However, my quick opinion on this is, how can you call a game woke when we've only seen one cinematic trailer? Anyone who has played The Witcher 3 should know that Ciri was always going to be the lead for the next game. Sure, there are some in-law issues that may affect this, however, I'm happy to see how they explain it, and I think I'll wait for the game to actually come out before I make my decision. This whole misconception of competition between Dawnwalker and The Witcher 4 is quite astonishing. I don't understand how the announcement of two great games in the gaming community, two very ambitious projects in a similar genre, has sparked such unnecessary rivalry. It's usually the people going, oh wow, there is a male lead for Dawnwalker, this appeals more to me. And sure, you can totally have that opinion, I can totally understand and somehow perhaps resonate with that. However, to go ahead and compare and then hate on The Witcher 4 when that is the clear direction that the story was going in for many years now, I just think that's completely unnecessary. The idea that you have to pick one or the other is completely short-sighted. I don't understand why people just cannot support both projects. People need to consider how fans of the Witcher series might also be eager to play and explore Dawnwalker, whilst also wanting to continue the Witcher franchise by playing The Witcher 4. It's not like you need to pick one of these games and pick a side for life. This drama is further fueled by misinformation and a lack of understanding of the friendly relations between the developers, Rebel Wolves and CD Projekt Red. So many of these team members used to share the same office as each other. Why would they be hating on them and wanting them to succeed for moving on to a new job and a new step in their own personal career? People are trying to manifest this whole notion of CDPR versus Rebel Wolves. It's almost like Rebel Wolves is the old CD Projekt Red, the non-woke CD Projekt Red, and the current CD Projekt Red is just gone to this woke DEI thing. And people are coming to this conclusion after seeing one trailer with a female lead protagonist. When there are so many actual forced agendas in gaming, so many things that I can actually consider to be woke, I do not understand how people are looking at The Witcher 4 as a piece of DEI propaganda as of right now. I just cannot fathom that. And besides that, this whole notion that CD Projekt Red has completely lost all of their talent is also nonsense. CD Projekt Red's boss actually confirmed that around 100 designers from The Witcher 3 still actually work at the company, whilst The Witcher 4 story director is the same person since The Witcher 1. When you actually go on X and see all of the hatred fueled by comments regarding each project, the funniest thing is seeing when lead developers on each of the project come out and say that there is no need for this hate. The senior cinematic designer and coordinator at CD Projekt Red came out and said it best. As a dev and consumer, I see more and more awesome games being created by my current and previous colleagues as an absolute win. We can inspire and support each other, and life is really too short and precious to spend it being angry all the time and creating pointless drama. Let me show you a few more examples of this actually. The global marketing lead working over at Rebel Wolves quote tweeted this comment. I feel like this needs to be said because what I saw in the live stream chat was just sad. Dawnwalker is looking awesome, and The Witcher 4 is looking awesome too. Both can coexist together. One doesn't mean the other is dead. It's not a competition, have some respect. This further disproves the notion that there is no competition amongst these two teams. Now to finally move on to the title of the video. Will Dawnwalker steal The Witcher's audience? Well, I suppose first you would need to consider the fan base of The Witcher. CD Projekt Red has cultivated a dedicated community over the years, drawn in by the rich narrative, complex characters like Geralt, and the expansive world of the continent. The Witcher 4 promises to expand on this with Ciri's story, which itself has a built-in fanbase from the previous games and the books. This establishes an audience that has a deep connection with the lore and characters of the Witcher universe, which is very hard to replicate. However, Dawnwalker isn't aiming to replicate The Witcher, but to offer a new experience within the same beloved genre. While there might be some overlap in the audience due to these similarities in genre, Dawnwalker has its own unique selling points. It's set an entirely different world, with its own mythology, characters, and its own narrative structure that we will find out about. Then you have Cohen, who has a completely different kind of struggle, battling vampirism and moral choices in a post-plague world. This fresh setting could attract Witcher's fans looking for something new yet familiar. The key thing here is that Dawnwalker targets fans of dark fantasy RPGs, not just the Witcher fans. It's a narrative sandbox approach where players' choices significantly impact the story, and it might draw in fans of other games like The Elder Scrolls or Dragon Age, which also has a significant crossover with the Witcher franchise. So when you do look at it like that, no, Dawnwalker isn't stealing the Witcher's fans. It's just going to be going for the same niche where there's a collective amount of people who are interested in that section of gaming, like myself. The whole stigma surrounding the female lead in The Witcher 4 is what I think people will not be appealing to, and that's where I think people may be like, I don't want to play this game. Which, once again, I will say I can totally understand, and in my personal perspective, I am more drawn to male leads in games. There is nothing wrong with not wanting to play a game for a female lead. However, if you are really a Witcher fan, are you seriously not going to play The Witcher 4 because Ciri is the main character? The character that they have been building up all of Witcher 3, and the character that we knew the next game was going to be about. I can understand people having criticisms regarding Ciri being a Witcher lore-wise, but that's something I'm hoping that they will address in the game. and I'll be kind of disappointed if they don't. If you base your entire opinion on The Witcher 4 from the trailer and calling this game woke from having a female lead, then I think you are pretty pathetic, and necessarily I don't think you are a Witcher fan at all. But I don't think it is the actual Witcher fans who are commenting on this trailer calling it woke. I think it's just a bunch of people looking to rage bait and get some interactions for their Twitter page with 100 followers. So to summarize, will Dawnwalker be stealing The Witcher's fans? No, because the people who are saying that they will not be playing The Witcher 4 and will be playing Dawnwalker, I don't think they're Witcher fans at all. This drama serves as a reminder of how easily we can get caught up in unnecessary rivalries. Competition is great in gaming. However, conflicts made into competition is just completely unnecessary. Many of us will be playing both games, and we will be enjoying both games, and that is what matters. Remember, in the world of gaming, there is room for everybody at the table, and the more games that we actually play, I'm sure it means the more that we all win. Thank you very much for watching this video, and once again, if you have enjoyed this content or just like gaming videos in general, please be sure to consider subscribing. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you have a great rest of your day.